What if you wanted to talk to God, but you literally had no idea what to say? Because prayer can feel like speaking into a void. You don't know if anyone's listening, you don't know the right words, and silence can feel louder than anything. There was a season when I was so sick I couldn't pray at all. I had no energy, no words. All I could do was lie there while someone else prayed for me. That taught me more about prayer than all the years I tried to do it perfectly. I want to show you that prayer is simpler than you think and give you something you can actually try tonight, because the best prayers I've ever prayed were not eloquent, they were just honest. Prayer is a conversation, not performance. You may think prayer needs to sound a certain way, lots of these and thous, formal, reverent, maybe a bit boring, but prayer is just talking to God. That's all it is. Think about talking to a close friend. You don't rehearse the script. You don't worry about using the right vocabulary. You just say what's on your mind. You vent, you share, and you ask for advice. Prayer is the same thing. God is not impressed by eloquence. He's interested in honesty. My prayer in that car park was not beautiful. It was, what's the point? Shouted at the sky. But it was honest, and God met me there. You do not need to know the right words. Start with what is actually on your mind. If that is frustration, start with frustration. If that's doubt, start with doubt. God can handle it. Some people give up on prayer because they don't know where to start. Here's a simple way to start. Be honest, say thanks, and ask for help. So be honest. Start with where you actually are. God, I'm not even sure you're there, but is a valid start. So is I am angry, or I am scared, or I don't understand why any of this is happening. Then say thanks. Even in the hardest seasons, there are things to be grateful for. This is not toxic positivity. It's choosing to notice what's actually good. And then ask for help. Tell God what you need, not what you think you should need. What you actually need: guidance, peace, strength, clarity, help with specific situations. Try this tonight. Just give minutes, be honest, say thanks, ask for help. You do not need to feel anything dramatic, just start the conversation. Now, there will be seasons where prayer feels impossible, where you have no words, no energy, no faith. That is when community matters. Sometimes others pray when you cannot. When I was at my sickest with ulcerative colitis, Cheryl kept calling. I would not pick up. I didn't want to explain how bad it was again, and she did not stop. One evening I answered. I was lying in bed with no energy. I put the phone on speaker. She asked if I wanted to pray. I said no, because I couldn't. So Cheryl and John prayed for me. It was like they carried me into Jesus' arms when I could not walk myself. That is what community is for. If you are in a season where you cannot pray, this is okay. Let others carry you. And when you can pray again, carry others. That is how it works. The best prayer I've ever prayed was 2 words: I can't. And God met me there. He's not waiting for your eloquence. He is waiting for your honesty. If you've been watching these videos and something has been stirring in you, if you think you might be ready to actually respond to Jesus, that is what the final video is about. There's no pressure, just clarity on what comes next.